Hi everyone, welcome to the series of CSS. In my earlier videos, we have discussed about the HTML. Now we are going to discuss about CSS. So CSS is a style sheet language that is used to style and lay out web pages. So types of CSS are inline CSS, internal CSS and external CSS. So inline CSS, it is applied directly within the HTML element using the style attribute. And internal CSS, it is written inside a style tag within the head section of the HTML document. And external CSS, it is written in the separate .css file and it is linked to the HTML using a link tag. So now let's see inline CSS first. Let's make a boilerplate code. Okay. And here let's write CSS concepts. This is the title for the web page. And in the body section, let's say we have h1 tag. And here we have written hello CSS. Okay. So here we are firstly checking inline CSS. So here we apply CSS directly within the HTML element using the style attribute. So this is the style attribute. Okay. So here we will apply color. Let's say blue. Okay. Bulkwood. Let's say color yellow. Okay. Now font size. We can give font size as 50 pixel. Okay. Now let's save the code and open with live server. Okay, so this is the example of inline CSS. Now we will see internal CSS. It is written inside a style tag within the head section. This is the head section. Here, let's make a style tag. So internal CSS is written inside the style tag within the head section of HTML document. Okay, so here we can mention. So here, just do one thing, remove the inline CSS from here and make it, let's copy it. Okay, h1, paste it here and remove this inline CSS. Okay, so now let's save the code and go to the browser. So we can see internal CSS is working fine. Let's change the color to orange. Okay, so color is changed. So this is the internal CSS which is written inside a style tag within the head section. So now come to the external CSS. So for that external CSS, it is written in a separate .css file. Okay, so let's create a .css file, style.css file. Style.css. Okay, and remove the CSS from here and place it here. Okay, save it. Now what we need to do, we will link this CSS. Firstly, remove this from here, internal CSS, remove it, place a link tag, link CSS. Okay, so here this is the file name style.css. It is already in the boiler code. So let's save it, go to browser. So it is working fine. Let's change the color here to pink. Save it. Let's go to browser. So as we can see, external CSS is also working fine. So we have discussed CSS and types of CSS, that is inline CSS, internal CSS and external CSS.